Hope you guys are well. Alright, so today I'm just going to be chatting about everything vegetarian and how I live as a veggie in France. Um, and yeah, show you guys a couple of products and stuff. Like, I'm not here to do a cooking show or anything. It's just literally me sharing with you guys what how I live and stay healthy and fit and everything. Yeah, so I'll just swipe up, and I've got your comments coming up. So if you have comments and questions as well, drop them in. Yeah, and yeah, so living like vegetarian, so I have been, just so you guys know a little bit more about me and everything like that. It's I've been a vegetarian for like a really long time now. I did eat meat when I was a kid, literally, like maybe when I was 6 or 7. But I actually don't remember eating meat anymore. And so I haven't, since basically, yeah, primary school, like high school and stuff. So I don't really, not that I don't have any sort of values like behind it, but it's just I was just sort of grew up like that, and through habit just never really thought I needed meat to to survive and to live. And I always had those alternatives, especially living in Australia, where there are a lot of vegetarian and like healthy options. So in France, where I am right now, like they're good and they are getting better, but France is obviously like a super meat eating, red meat eating country. They love their meat, they love their cheese. I love their cheese as well because I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian. So yeah, I guess it wasn't really, I mean, I know it's good for the environment, and it's good values and things like that, but it's honestly by pure habit that I've just never felt, I guess, the need to eat meat. And the most important part about eating meat, and if you're a vegetarian, is substituting all the proteins that are in food, that are in the red meat or in the white meat or in fish. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of like tips, or show you guys what I use. How I what I eat at a restaurant, especially in France. For example, like if I go out at a restaurant in France, I I'm not scared to like ask about I guess, I don't know, about changing the menu, basically. Like if there's a dish I really like that's like risotto, or pasta, and it's got like ham on it, or it comes with like fish or something. I'm like, I always ask like if they can change it up, and usually restaurants are happy to change it up. I mean, unless they're serving frozen food, because they're doing stuff from scratch, they can actually switch it up a little bit and stuff. So I ask for my risotto, and I ask for without meat. I also love pastas. And yeah, they have in France like so many nice burratas, which are the heart of the mozzarella, I think. So the heart of the mozzarella, um, and then like with tomatoes and things like that. So you can always like get super healthy meals in France, in restaurants. And when I'm at home, I try to cook with like a lot of eggs. I try to keep up my protein, my egg intake up. I've also got protein bars. Then I eat like a lot of hummus. I absolutely love hummus. So I do eat a lot of that. And then like vegetable steaks and stuff. And I'll give you guys some ideas on how you can cook them up and what you can do with them and stuff. But the most important thing, if you are a vegetarian, or if you're choosing to become a vegetarian or whatever, is to keep up that protein intake, which is super super important. You can't just live off, I don't know, rice and pasta, which is sometimes my error and like what I do. But it's a big mistake. Like In Europe, we're super lucky to have, markets where they have fresh produce, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and in Australia too. Like, things are not that expensive either buying fresh stuff. So try to go for it and make it from scratch. Um, Making a soup with like three different types of vegetables probably costs less than, a $6 or $7 or $8, Happy Meal. So I guess saying like, vegetarian like food or organic food or whatever is more expensive, you can find organic produce. It doesn't need to be in the organic aisle, the supermarket, and be super expensive. It can still be organic and fresh, and you can get it from places, and it's not that expensive, and it's good quality. And when you start from scratch, yes, it's going to take you more time to cook up in the kitchen, but at least you're going to get all your vitamins there, all your protein, everything. So, especially because, I'm such a night owl, I also, like, yeah, write music, maybe sometimes I'll be writing music at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, like, my gosh, writing away, like, can't stop. Then I obviously need that sort of, I guess, protein intake. So here's a bit of like what this was like my trusted food. Honestly, it's like the best. I feel like I'm doing product placement here, but I'm totally not. These are the actual foods I just eat all the time and I just love. um Heinz, my little like baked beans in tomato sauce. If you're on the go and you seriously don't even have time, like, this is the way to do it. Literally just like, chop up some bread, like put it in the grill or, wherever, and just dip it into, heating up this baked beans in tomato sauce. That is like, a super quick protein intake, super good. You can have it at lunchtime, you can have it at dinner time, and still remember to keep up your fruits and vegetables though. But yeah, Heinz, baked beans. That the beans is one of like the most is one of the things that replaces the most you know uh bread meat, I guess, or gives you a super source of protein. So that's on beans. And on the same note of these beans is actually to give it this, I guess, this texture, and it tastes super nice. You can also eat this on the go. It's just super good. And me, because I'm always, on the go, running around between, I don't know, studio time, concerts or photo shoots. Not at the moment concerts because I'm doing concerts from home, but if you have these handy, you always know that you're going to go get your protein intake. Same as like having a boiled egg. Like, a boiled egg is one of the best things you can do to just chop it up, eat it, and have it with you on the run. So the next things that I do love as well is like these falafels. These falafels are like super, super good. They're just vegetable. And actually this brand does like vegetarian steaks and stuff. I don't know all the brands in France, but you can get in literally any supermarket like vegetarian steaks, soya steaks. So these have got heaps of fibers in them, and protein. And when I'm in a hurry, or even in the morning, I guess, if I skip breakfast, for example, like waking up at maybe 8 o'clock, I've got a call, had a coffee but didn't have time to have breakfast, and then it's like 10 a.m. or something. You can just literally whip these falafels up and just, like a little brunch type of thing. Yeah. Then if you're in that hurry also, like, which I am, always keep like a fruit in your handbag, like, I don't know, a banana. There are so many like fruits that give you like super good long lasting energy, so you don't need to run to that junk food all the time. And you certainly, as a vegetarian, don't need to have that excuse of, well, I'm a vegetarian, so I'm having this junk food, because there isn't anything else available. Like, there are always vegetarian options available. So there's also like these Bjork veggie stuff, and to be honest, like, all of these, literally, I am not like Gordon Ramsay. You know, I'm not Jamie Oliver. Like, I do not just go and like, you know, spend 4 hours in the kitchen cooking for myself. Like, so these are super good to just have on the run to whatever protein or vegetables you'll be having. So yeah, and then of course everyone calls it bird food, but you've got to have it. So nuts and grains. Okay, nuts and grains, guys. I used to trek around with these at university, these little packets of like nuts, grains, and just have them like all the time, you know, on the go. And this is the best thing to just literally have in your handbag if you don't have time. Um, yeah, I remember at university, I'd just be like munching on them, like, you know, during class and stuff. So, yeah, definitely, grains and things like that. And if you don't have time, you know, grains don't have to be, you know, it's not bird food. Like, people eat them and people put them on salads and things like that. If you like to have them alone or on their own, which I personally do, then yeah, go for it. Eat it away and have a good time. And you know, then you've got your protein intake, especially as a vegetarian, and it's super healthy for you. So yeah, and the last thing I like to have on hand is like just random like protein bars, you know, so like these Special K things like that, super good to have on hand, just in case, you know, you don't have time. And all of these like foods that I've mentioned can literally be cooked at any time of the morning, of the night. So, you know, vegetarians don't have to be like, you know, it's not hard being a vegetarian, is what I want to say. And I'm not here to tell anybody to become vegetarian because, you know, I didn't become vegetarian, you know, because, you know, by conviction, like, you know, or anything. I've been just used to growing up vegetarian and I feel like I don't need it. So each to their own, totally. Um, but being a vegetarian is not an excuse for being lazy with protein and being lazy with food. Because as a vegetarian, you can totally get all your protein intakes, you know, not have health issues, not be feeling tired, as long as you know, you get all that protein intake, you know, through eggs, bananas, beans, you know, cereals. So everything like that, you know, will make it that you can live healthy, even if you don't necessarily believe that you have super good options as well to look at. So if you guys ever want, you know, good protein, good sources of protein, don't have time to, you know, cook that meat. If you're a meat eater, go for beans, eggs, you know, hummus, nuts, super good, and super yummy too. So yeah, if you guys have got questions like during the week and stuff, let me know. I've got a lot of stuff in the works this week for new tracks drops. So yeah, I've got new tracks dropping soon, not this week, but soon. But everything's going to be in the work for that. Might try to get onto some new freestyles as well for you guys. And I would just like to thank you so much again for the 15 plus K on Instagram. Like, it means a lot. And I just can't thank you guys enough for, you know, all the support that you guys have been giving me and keep giving, and you know, and all the love that you keep sharing. So do keep it up, do keep sharing, you know, all my content, you know, and just showing me that you know, you're here and supporting, and I will be ever so grateful, you know. And I do see it, and I see everybody's little part in doing their bit. So yeah, drop a follow on Spotify as well, you know, or on Apple Music. Yeah, so I will see you guys soon. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're on here, click that subscribe button below. Don't forget to like the video, comment, share it. If you have any questions, comment below. And yeah, I hope you guys got to know a little bit more about me and how I live being veggie in Paris, and how I just don't really care. I just ask at a restaurant, like, hey, can you do me this please? Like, and people are usually super nice and do change up the menu. So it's not that hard. It's been a bit of a struggle, but yeah, it's all good. All right, sending you all my love. Take care, guys. Have a good evening or day wherever you are in the world. And yeah, see you guys soon.